I applied to Vernon Malone because of the great opportunities they offered, the great opportunities for weight tech, for all the advanced classes, and usually the small community, which is very important to me. I pursue biofarm because of the great opportunities that it offers. It's something I want to do in the future, and it's a really fun experience in this class. I believe this class will help me just because of the great opportunities the teacher and the class offers, such as chemistry that we're taking now in my senior year, and it offers a lot of great knowledge that I need to know for what I want to pursue later in the future. Some skills that I've learned in this class is using the many types of different glassware in the lab, being careful of the different types of symbols and measurements in behind me, the measurements that I've used in the glassware. The chemistry work that we've done in the class will also be very helpful, including viruses, bacteria, and much more.
I applied to Vernon Malone probably because of the many opportunities that they have, especially with the different types of program areas that they provide. There's bound to be something for you. I'm currently in the biopharmaceutical program, and I'm really interested in STEM and anything to do with science and math, and biopharm just seemed perfect for me. Some skills that I've learned probably come from our chemistry class, which is just a compilation of basic chemistry, but as well as our labs, and those are probably where I learned the most experiments, as well as how to use a lot of the lab equipment that I didn't know how to use before. Although taking a college level course in high school is incredibly challenging, it is also very rewarding, especially because now that you've taken it and experienced it, you'll be so much more ready to take it in the future, whether that you want to take college courses like at a four-year university, or you just want to take a few to be able to get a degree to go into your field. What makes Vernon Malone different than other schools would definitely have to be the people. Not only the students, but the teachers as well. You're never going to see any group of teachers that care as much as they do. They devote their time to just making sure that the students are learning and that students are mentally okay, especially at a time like this right now.
I chose Vernon Malone College and Career Academy because I like the more individualized learning style that we have here. The student-to-teacher ratio is quite low, so you can talk with your teachers. Smaller classroom sizes really help to benefit your individual learning style. The project-based learning that we do here is great. You can work in projects by yourself with other people, and it helps with technical skills. One of the obvious reasons I came here is for the welding program. I just felt really enticed by the welding program, and it seems to be a great fit so far. Stick and MIG are the first two things that we learned, which are just two types of welding, and TIG is the third type of welding that we're learning right now. All of them are fun. Each have their own individual uses. They can be used, thin metal, thick metal, lap joints, T-joints, all sorts of stuff. But it's very fun what we're learning. The coolest thing that we've done in welding so far, personally, is working with a lot of the big machines that cut metal that are actually on the other side of my stall. So we've got big shears that take metal that's as wide as this stall and cuts it up into however thick you want it. We've got a smaller one that, if you've got something that's, this thick, you can shove it through and get, 3-inch by 6-inch pieces or whatever specified length you need. We've also got, it's like a bandsaw, and it just goes down and it cuts metal, and I've always enjoyed using those. They're very fun.
Hi, my name is Princess, and yes, I'm a female welder here at Vernon Malone. I chose welding, honestly, because I thought it was the most interesting subject for me. I learned how to grind, cut metal, and just put stuff together. We start off on a base plate to just practice our welds with the different machines, and then we move on to putting stuff together. Safety is very important. There are a lot of rules that you have to follow to keep yourself safe. For instance, you do have to wear all cotton attire. You do have to have boots. You do wear gloves and safety glasses and a welding helmet, which are all provided for you. Being a high school student, taking early college classes is really fun to kind of brag about it. It's kind of cool to say that you're taking a program that most kids aren't able to take. One perk of being a college student is you have your Wake Tech ID, and you can use it off campus in stores. They will give you like a student discount for supplies you might need or something. During summer break, I was offered a summer internship, and it was at Carolina Commercial System. They are really good people. They were really nice and friendly, and they kind of showed us the rope. We did do a lot of HVAC stuff, so like cutting metal, putting pieces together. We was working on a lot of the duct work in certain places. We moved from certain spots. It was really fun and educational.
So hi, my name is Mariana. I am a senior at Brennan Malone. My program area is Nurse Aid. Why I chose Brennan Malone is because of all these opportunities that are given to us as students. Like we're taking college Wake Tech classes as a junior in high school, which is pretty amazing. I also chose Brennan Malone because of how small the campus is. It might seem intimidating at first, but when you're able to have that one-on-one conversations with teachers, counselors, and even the principal, it helps you to have that communication with them. Why I chose Nurse Aid is because I want to set that foundation if I want to continue into the medical field. I'm able to learn those basics, so I'm able to expand and know how to use them in daily life or even in hospitals, nursing homes, and other locations. The impact that Brennan Malone has had on me and my future is, again, being able to take those Wake Tech classes at such a young age helps me have that head start against other students and knowing what to know in college or any university that I plan to go to. So when we first started in nursing, we began with CPR certification. We also are learning how to position a resident or a patient on their side, how to maneuver them out of their bed into a wheelchair, how to wash your hands correctly, especially during a pandemic and since we're going into a resident's home. And being able to talk to a Wake Tech administrator at such a short distance and not having to go out of school to learn how to apply to college.
I chose Brennan Malone really for the exposure and the career opportunities that it provided me. My counselors posed me the question, what do I want to do in life and kind of how will I excel myself further? And they really posed Brennan Malone as a great opportunity to get ahead. The career field I want to go into is the medical field, and my surgeon training really required me to have patient experience, so the nurse aid program was perfectly aligned with what I want to do in life. So what I've learned in nurse aid so far is really how to take vital signs. We are CPR certified. We did that our first week. We know how to ambulate a patient, put on anti-embolism socks so that the circulation is increased when they're laying in bed. We know how to transfer a patient. We know how to lay them on their side if they ever get uncomfortable. We're supposed to turn patients every 2 hours. We know how to wash our hands in order to not risk getting any infections. This school is preparing me to help go into my next step with the nurse aid program. Actually provides me with 12 college hours, so that really transfers to about a semester of college credit hours, which will really help me excel. It'll cut down the college cost. It really gets you in the mindset of a university life and keeping up with your work constantly and being really self-dependent.
I chose to apply to Brennan Malone because I believe that I have the passion and the correct form of talent to continue my career in cause. I chose the cosmetology program because ever since I was small, I would always want to do like Barbie's hair, or ask my friends, oh, can I do your hair? Or can I do your nails, even though I'm not that good at doing nails. I would always want to do some crazy look on myself, or ask my mom, can you do me an eyeliner? Because I never knew how to do it. Some skills we learned were rolling sets, off base, on base, half base, indentation, and blow dry round brush, shampooing, and doing like the teacher would want to see us do some braiding hairstyle to see if we know how to do braids and Dutch braids and French braids. The cosmetology class feels like family because we all get along very well. We help each other. We be like, oh, you're doing very good, or can I help you with this so I can show you what I think that I'm doing right because the teacher helped me with it.
I applied to Brennan Malone because I wanted to succeed and I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I chose cosmetology because I wanted to do hair and I wanted to help people in the community, and I just really like doing hair, nails, makeup, and I like learning new things. Skills that I've learned in cosmetology that I have really enjoyed is curling, rolling, I really love to roll, and flat ironing, and braiding. In cosmetology, we may do makeup, hair, and everything else, but we do book work to make sure that we understand what we're doing. Cosmetology is different from other classes because we're doing more physical work and we're hand-on with the work, and you enjoy it because you're doing something that you like.
I chose to apply to Vermont Malone because I saw a great opportunity with the college classes. I saw a great opportunity in finding free college, stuff that I didn't have to pay for, and it was a topic that I was really interested in, simulation and game development. I chose simulation and game development because it kind of fit what I wanted to do in the future, and I wouldn't say that it was exactly what I'm trying to do, but it helps and it gives me the skills that I can put towards what I wanted to do. In the future, I would like to work with advertising and anything with film and stuff like that, and just editing and stuff like that. So I think also animation. So all that can be found in the simulation game development, and certain things can help with what kind of I want to do. I chose game development because I was very interested in the art aspects of game development. I've always been an artistic guy. I always like to use my creativity in my work, and I value that greatly. And I know the curriculum has a lot of space for that, a lot of space to use your creativity. And some of the skills that I've learned in simulation and game development are just pretty much everything that we've learned in the different programs I'll use, consisting of Photoshop, Substance Painter, and Maya. That would be modeling and stuff. So, and then also C# scripts and stuff like that in our senior class. Something that I've created in simulation and game development is a 3D model of a robot in a environment that goes together. We've made a 3D model. It could have been any character we chose, and I chose to do a chrome textured robot. My favorite part about being a simulation and gaming development student and being a part of the class is just being able to use the things that we learned and then enhance that with our own creativity to create whatever kind of we're trying to do. So yeah. My favorite thing that I've learned so far, I think it's the C#. It's something that I haven't done before and I haven't had much experience. I think it's challenged me the most, and it's definitely given me motivation to try harder and to get better at what I'm trying to create.
I applied to Vernon Malone because I thought this was a good opportunity for me to explore, I guess, the world around me and see what the school had to offer. I also thought it was a good fit for whatever I wanted to be in the future, which is a designer. I chose simulation and game development because, as I said, I wanted to be a designer. So it would be a good way to learn different types of aspects. Even if I did go to a regular high school, I wouldn't be able to learn all those stuff as I would here. Some specific skills I learned how to do was learning how to make buildings and design interiors, or adding different furniture or flares or designs to different buildings. Some of the software we've used in SGD are Unity and OBS Studio. Unity's a design app where you build basically 3D objects to use inside of a game environment. And OBS Studio is where you basically record gameplays or screen record, just according to that nature.
I chose to apply to Vernon Malone because I want to learn how to do electrical and HVAC, so in the future I could probably get a job in this, keep studying a career in this. In electrical, I already learned how to wire lamps, different types of switches, three-way switches, four-way switches, and other things. I would use these skills in my future by either getting a job in this or just to learn how to do it for skills. I also chose this program because it could be a high demand field if necessary when setting up communities or buildings around the area. This electrical class is also fun because everybody gets along, everybody works together as a team, everybody helps out. If you need help, you just ask and they'll be there for you. My favorite part in electrical wiring is where you get to work in the booths and you get to wire up different types of circuits, switches, lights, everything. You just get a lot of practice.
I applied to Vernon Malone because I really wanted to be in the HVAC or electrical field. My brother went here, so it was just a place to go, I guess, and it seemed like it was a good choice. I chose the facility maintenance program because I like working with my hands. I have problems working on paper, just not as good as in person. I've learned how to wire things, basic things mainly. So far I've learned how to do light bulbs, and I've also learned thermostats. And thermostats was fun because I did that all without a diagram. I'll use these skills by hopefully bringing them to do a certain job, like HVAC or electrical. I don't know which one so far, and hopefully I'll eventually start my own business. I don't know why. I just want to. High school it's usually certain base topics, and then you kind of branch off, but not too much. This is electrical or HVAC. I have no experience in this field, and then now I do. It's different. It's definitely fun though.